Okay, in this video, we will be having a walkthrough on an Anki deck that I made about the structure and function of large biological molecules. So, this is based on a book in real life, um, Biology Campbell, Biology by Campbell. Um, yeah, let's start. So, polymers are disassembled to monomers by blank, a process that is essentially reverse of the dehydration reaction. So, it's the opposite of dehydration reaction. What is it called? Hydrolysis. Therefore, the bond between monomers is broken by the addition of a water molecule. So, what are examples of hydrolysis in real life? So, we have digestion. The bulk of organic material in food is in polymer format. The digestive enzymes break down these polymers. The released monomers are then absorbed into the bloodstream for distribution to all body cells. And the body cells use dehydration reactions to build new polymers that are required to serve cell functions. So, with these two together, hydrolysis and dehydration reaction, both of them basically can be involved in the formation and breakdown of non-polymer molecules, like some lipids again. In what is this? I don't remember placing that here. Okay. Maybe in other words, it means in layman's terms, dehydration reaction involves covalent bonding of two molecules together with the loss of a water molecule to make chains of polymers. So it's the opposite of the process of hydrolysis, because on the contrary, hydrolysis is the addition, not the loss, of a water molecule to break down the connection of monomers. So in this flashcard, we just want to know what's the difference between hydrolysis and dehydration reaction. Okay, what are the four important classes of biological molecules? So, yeah, before listing, we have to note that polymer macromolecules include three of the four classes: carbohydrates, proteins, and nucleic acids. The fourth class of biomolecule is not a polymer or a macromolecule. I believe this refers to lipids. But polymer macromolecules, we only have carbs, proteins, and nucleic acids. Lipids, again, are not part. So, carbohydrates are a source of energy. They provide structural support. Usually, the first, well, personally for me, what comes in mind first is carbonara and bread. They're rich sources of carbohydrates. Proteins, meat, red meat, white meat, anything that's meat. Basically, they have a wide range of functions. For instance, catalysis of reactions and substances into and out of cells. Number three, nucleic acids. Basically, they're responsible for storing genetic information, and they function in gene expression. So if something is wrong with, I guess in layman's terms, if something is wrong with the nucleic acid in your body, then you might not be normal in terms of genetic expression. Okay, number four, lipids. One thing is for sure, they do not mix well with water. In other words, they're classified as hydrophobic. They provide energy, and they make up cell membranes, and they act as hormones. So this is one thing to note in the context of medical, yeah, in the medical context. I remember one of my teachers saying that if you don't eat, and assuming that your body has a lot of fat, if you don't eat for a long time, your body would eventually consume the fat. So yeah, you'll eventually get thin. So that's the tendency. Okay. Three classes are macromolecules that are polymers. So just one bead is a monomer. A combination of them is called a polymer. That's it. Okay? Condensation reaction and dehydration. Okay, what is this? Specialized macromolecules that speed up chemical reactions. Amino acids? No. Enzymes. Enzymes is the right answer. I'm not sure why or how I can remove the... Let me try editing it. I'm sorry about this. Okay. Just a minute. Alright. So, for condensation reaction, two molecules basically are covalently bonded to each other with the loss of a small molecule. So, covalent bonding, if I recall correctly, in chemistry, it's basically the bond of... never mind. Maybe the context of covalent bonding in chemistry may not be related to this. I'm not sure. Dehydration reaction. This is if there is a loss of a water molecule. So for example, we have protein and carbohydrate polymers that are synthesized by dehydration reactions. So in the loss of a water molecule, there is a synthesis of protein and carbohydrates, basically. And reaction process repeats so that the polymer chain would increase in length. Okay, lipids are a diverse group of hydrophobic molecules. They do not include true what? True polymers. I think this is why they are not classified as macromolecules, as stated in the second statement. They're not big enough to be considered macromolecules. And again, like I said earlier, they are hydrophobic, and it's because of their molecular structure. They mostly consist of hydrocarbon regions with relatively nonpolar CH bonds. I think this is carbon hydrogen. I don't know. I'm not sure. Can't be sure. So what are subtypes under the category lipids? We have fats, phospholipids, and steroids. This is gonna be relevant in biochemistry, like in the context of cellular respiration. In every cell, there is usually a phospholipid bilayer. More on that later, if ever there's a flashcard on that. We'll talk about it. Okay, we have disaccharides. This is in other words called double sugar. So two monosaccharides are joined by glycosidic linkage. The most common is sucrose, in other words table sugar. They must be broken down into monosaccharides to be used. Let me just fix this again. I have no idea why it's like this. I never... Okay. So, yeah. Table sugar must be broken down into monosaccharides so that it could be used for energy by organisms. So, yeah, sucrose is usually, I think it is a carbohydrate, a basic unit of carbohydrate. It's the national anthem for a while.